Welcome to Mindless Entertainment. I am God Emperor Jesse Milestone. Yes, I think we're going with that from now on. Though I did have some people suggest perhaps God Empress. I don't mind that one so much. Not a fan of Goddess Emperor, that doesn't sound good, and Goddess Empress just sounds stupid. I personally don't see why I have to change the title just because I'm female. I don't think that makes me any different from any other incredible God Emperor that's ever lived, except that I'm better. But I don't know, let me know. If you think God Empress, you get to vote for one of the two of those. God Emperor, God Empress, you let me know. Anyway, now on to more important things. So, obviously we're going to talk about the big Star Wars news of the week, which is that Billy Dee Williams is set to come back and reprise his role as Lando in Episode 9. And I say, why? God, why? And look at where we've come. I was in Amoeba Records yesterday, and I saw they had the Return to the Jedi soundtrack, and I was thinking about buying it on the CD, and then I was flipping through, and right behind it was The Force Awakens, and right behind that was The Last Jedi, and it hurt to see the star. It hurts. I'm fucking, like, this is life now. Life is not everything that Star Wars is beautiful and magical anymore. I mean, even when the prequels were stupid, there was still something, when I saw something prequels-y, it was still Star Wars. It wasn't as good, of course, if it wasn't original, but it was still Star Wars, and it gave you that little flicker of Star Wars. Never before have I seen something Star Wars and just gone, fuck, or had, like, a negative response to it. That was painful, guys. I'm not gonna lie, that was really, really painful. I did not enjoy that experience. And I'm not gonna enjoy Billy Dee Williams as Lando. Most likely, I'm not gonna say in absolutes, because who knows? Maybe J.J. Abrams will just slowly extract his head out of his ass over the next several months and do something decent, and understand that what they did to Star Wars is not okay, and he should fix it. I mean, he made a statement that leaves me with some hope, J.J. Something about, okay, well, now that we have the universe, now it's time to experiment and play and push things forward and whatnot, which is what I wish he had done in the first one anyway, because we did not need a rehash of A New Hope, thank you very much, even though that's all we got. That said, the way he handled Han Solo leads me to believe that he has absolutely no idea to handle an original Star Wars character respectfully. The way he underutilized Leia, Princess Leia, same thing. So I really have absolutely no reason to believe or have any faith. I mean, Jesus. Years ago, before The Force Awakens came out, the news that Billy Dee Williams would be coming back as Lando would have been the most exciting thing ever. Would have been a thing that I had to look forward to, that I was so stoked about. Now it's gotten to the point where people are like, well, how do you feel about them bringing this character back? I'm like, don't. You're just gonna fuck it up. You're just gonna ruin it. You're just gonna take some character that I know and love and fucking ruin it. And now, of course, with the layer, and I'm just gonna be so upset if they do this, with the layer of, like, L3 being part of the Millennium Falcon and Lando being pansexual, i.e. robot sexual, because, like, he's not pansexual, guys. He just wants to fuck robots. So, that is, like, alright. Why? That's how I feel about all of this, is why. Just why. Like, are they gonna bring that? Is that gonna be a part of it? He's gonna come in and, someone put this out there. They were like, he's gonna die fucking the Millennium Falcon. Or trying to fuck the Millennium Falcon. I'm like, no. Like, probably that's what's gonna happen, but just, why? Why? Come on, haven't you heard us enough? Do you need to keep doing this? Is this your idea how you're going to redeem us? How you're going to... And honestly, at that point, it's almost going to be worse if you take Lando and you're like, let's do something masterful and amazing that makes 100% sense with Lando, which, by the way, doesn't make sense at this point. Like, where was he for the first two movies? He wasn't there for the first two movies. What's he doing popping in now? Like, what great excuse did he have? Like, sorry, guys, I was in the middle of a really, really long, like, 3-week-long, game of Sabacc, and now I'm here. Like, what? So, it is... Alright, but that's if they write him in this perfect, beautiful, brilliant way where you're like, oh my god, that's so Lando, oh my god, it's like having Lando back, this is brilliant and amazing, then you're gonna sit there and be like, okay, the fuck couldn't you do that with Han and Luke and Leia? Like, why couldn't you do that with the other characters, the more pivotal characters? I almost said more important, but that would make me racist, obviously. It's a joke. Yeah, so, I'm not... Either way, like, there's no way this is a lose-lose, right? Because they either fuck him up and do something horrible and kill him, and you're like, well, shit, obviously Disney doesn't know how to handle these characters. Or they do something brilliant with him, and you're like, now you figured it out! Where was this 2 movies ago? So, either way, it's like, I don't see a win here. I don't. Just leaving the fuck out of it. Like, let my heart bleed in peace. I don't know. And that just, oh my god. It just always brings me back, because I think about this, I'm thinking about, like, everything they've done here, and everything they're doing here, like, how we could have, obviously Billy D is willing to come back and do this, all the characters are willing to, we could have had a beautiful reunion of all of these characters and a beautiful passing of the torch to the next generation in some magical and meaningful way, and instead, like, you can't fix it now. Like, Carrie Fisher's gone, you cannot fix this. We will never have that. That is not even a possibility anymore. That breaks my fucking heart. It really does. You know, like, it really does. And like, what fucking morons. You just think about it. Who in the history of cinema has ever planned out a trilogy, decided we're gonna do a trilogy, a whole fucking trilogy, and we're not even gonna map the story ahead of time? We're not even gonna sit down and be like, all right, this is this character's trajectory, that's that character's trajectory. All right, individual filmmakers play around, have some fun with it, but we never sat the fuck down and made any decisions about where this is gonna go. And people okay this shit, and people sit there, fans fucking sit there, and they're like, yeah, I love The Last Jedi, it's great, it was awesome. It was like, do you not understand the utter disrespect that Rian Johnson had for, not just for Star Wars, but for J.J. Abrams and the idea of a trilogy, to just waltz in there and be like, well, this is my movie now, I'm just gonna do what I want because I'm so much more brilliant, so all of your ideas, J.J., fuck you. Do you understand how disrespectful it is as a human being? Filmmaking is not a process where one god sits on the heavens and dictates everything. It's a collaborative process with multiple pieces, which is why, by the way, having a writer and the director be the same person is not always a great idea, because you lose some of that counterbalance in that process. So, that was already, you set yourself up for a lot, but like, what an arrogant fucking prick to think he was just better than everyone, and like, who cares about, that shows you right there. I'm sorry, if you're still one of these idiots who's like, Rian Johnson cares about Star Wars and he understands it, that alone should tell you, just to waltz in there and be like, I don't give a shit what happened before me, I'm doing what I want, because I know better than everyone else, tells you right the fuck there, this man has no goddamn respect for anything that's happening. So that's just fucking wrong. It is just, like, seriously, that's like if they sat down to do Lord of the Rings and like, all right, so the first one's gonna be based on the book, and then whoever does the second one, just like whatever the fuck you want, and then like eventually I guess we probably have to kill Sauron, or like don't, who knows, maybe Sauron wins, whatever, make this shit up as you go along. Like, what it doesn't make any sense. None of it makes any sense. Why, Billy D, why? You're better than this. That's all. I still have a lot of feelings about this. I still have a lot of feelings, you know what? And no one gets to tell me that it's wrong to have those feelings. People get on these videos and they're like, yeah, I thought we were done talking about Star Wars. Maybe you are, I'm not. Don't watch my goddamn video if you're done talking about Star Wars. I'm not. It still has meaning to me. I still feel it. I still have things I want to get out about it, alright? If that's a problem for you, go watch someone else's videos. Watch my Meant to Offend videos when I make those, alright? But don't fucking tell me that I should be over this or I should be done with this, because I'm fucking not. You don't get to decide when I'm supposed to get over the deepest love of my life tearing my heart out, alright? I've been in love with Star Wars for 13 plus years, right? So what's the rule? Like half the year span of the relationship it takes you to get over it? Alright, I got like 6 more years to go. Like 6.5 more years to go, alright? So I'm not the fuck over it. I don't intend to be anytime soon. Anyway, if you are over it, you can see me do lots of other things. You can join me on Patreon. I'm going to be putting up some fun videos there all the time and stuff. And other things, and Meant to Offend is happening, and whatever. Oh, I'll be on the High Council tonight, so check me out there. What? High Council? You can see me on Geeks and Gamers. I'm lots of other places talking sometimes about Star Wars and sometimes about other things that are important to me, and I have awesome t-shirts that you should buy because I'm poor and I'd like to live. So, that's that. I'm gonna have some fun live streams coming to you. I gotta do the live stream where I sing a song, improvise a song about the people who made it to 8 or 9 of the live stream challenge. Jeff the Iron Wolf requested for his prize for winning the 10-day live streaming challenge that we do a live stream together. So that's something exciting coming to you in the future. If you want to decide what exciting things are coming to you in the future, join my Patreon. You can do that too. All right. So that's all. I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you tonight if you're on the High Council. Otherwise, some other time. It's still really hot in here. I'm just like done. I'm like, bleh, I'm gonna melt now. Bye.